Carol Roth, CNBC contributor, author of the New York Times bestseller, The Entrepreneur Equation, and a judge on Mark Burnett's upcoming show, America's Greatest Makers, and Andrew Klavan, award-winning mystery novelist, noted Hollywood screenwriter, and host of The Andrew Klavan Show. Hello, panel. All right. Good. Let me start with you, Carol, on this abortion, I don't know, brouhaha, brush up, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, I mean, the challenge with Donald Trump is that he just has basically verbal diarrhea. He's not a politician, so he doesn't come at answering questions from a political standpoint. He just kind of says whatever he's thinking at the moment, and I don't think it has anything to do with his stand or policy. He's just feeling like he's having some sort of a dialogue on a celebrity talk show or something. I don't think certainly that this is going to help him any. And finally, for the first time, I'm starting to think that the strength that he has is just slowly being chipped away. And despite the fact that he tweeted out about his wonderful, great meeting, I have a very sort of feeling in the pit of my stomach that potentially he is going to go into the convention without having the 1237 delegates that he needs, and that this is going to end up going to somebody.
Andrew, what about the abortion remark?
Yeah, I think you're being too easy on him, Steve. Look, you know, you can say he's not a politician and he doesn't have positions on this, but he's running for the job of president of the United States. This campaign is a job interview, and if he doesn't have a position on an issue as complex and central as abortion, when is he going to develop that opinion? You know, between November and January, he's going to figure out what he's going to do about our security. He's going to figure out what he's going to do.
I know, but on this issue, Andrew, I mean, there's a lot of people who might say, you know, pro-life people again who don't know that this is the pro-life people are up in arms and because it's not their policy. They never want to make the woman into a criminal. I understand that, but if something's against the law and you intend to go break the law, you know, sure, the doctor to me should be the main culprit, but no culpability? I mean, I can understand him answering the question that way.
That's not the problem. The problem is it took him about 2 minutes to even get to the point that you played. At one point, he said what women should do is go to illegal vendors of abortions. He had obviously not given it 10 minutes of thought. I mean, and that's true. And that was true the other day when he was asked at the Anderson Cooper Town Hall what the three major functions of the federal government were. He said there were security, healthcare, and education, but they shouldn't do anything about healthcare and education. I mean, it's as if he hasn't spent 10 minutes thinking about his policies and the issues. It's all personality, and it's all this kind of fancy footwork where he starts one controversy to blind you to the last controversy he's at. And I agree with Carol. I think the flame of enthusiasm for Trump is still burning brightly, but only in that very small group of people who have hooked their wagon to his star, not in the larger group. I think it is going to fade out.
We'll see, because he's got huge leads in New York and other Northeast states, and that's what's coming up after Wisconsin. We'll see. Let's move on to Hillary, Carol. You know, with I don't know, you probably couldn't see it, but the finger was right in that woman's face. I'm sick and tired of that. She wasn't necessarily yelling at the woman, but nonetheless, she did what she did. But that aside, I mean, she's going to be interviewed. To me, you know, silly me, the news cycle should be all about Hillary Clinton reportedly going to be interviewed by the head of the FBI and her cronies, too. Not what Donald Trump said and then took back 2 seconds later about women and abortion.
You know what's so great about the clip that you played and about Hillary in general is that she's just so cuddly and likable. Like, she's just such a likable character. I just want to reach out and give her a big hug. And when you talk to people all over this country, men, women, in the heart of America where I am, every single person, even the few that do support her, say she just isn't likable. And her getting up into somebody's face and waving her finger and using the, yes, I'm going to say it, shrill voice certainly will not help her cause. But you're right. The fact that we're not focusing in on any of the issues that she has. I mean, she has so much baggage, you can't even fit it in the overhead bin anymore. You have to check it at the gate. So the fact that we're not talking about the FBI and we're not talking about her interactions with women, it's ridiculous.
Andrew?
If the GOP, you're absolutely right about this, Steve. If the GOP weren't such a circus, the circus that is the Democrat campaign would be all over the place. I mean, you've got, on the one hand, you've got this Al Capone in a pantsuit screaming, "You'll never take me alive, G-men." And then you've got like Doc Brown from Back to the Future, who just arrived from the 1930s bearing communism to save us all. You know, it is amazingly bad array of candidates on the left that is just making the absurdity on the right all the more absurd because there's no one to choose from.
And by the way, 10 seconds each on this. When it comes to abortion, if the Republicans do make it an issue and they have Hillary saying 9 months abortion, hey, that's fine. It's up to the women and the doctor. They will lose on the abortion issue. 10 seconds each, Carol.
I'm pro-choice. I think that the right should be embracing pro-choice and leave it up to the community. So that's my stance.
Well, I'm saying, the public isn't for 9-month abortions, Andrew.
I want to hear the left ask questions like, should it be legal to abort a baby just because it's a girl? Because that is legal. Or just because its hair is the wrong color, because that is legal.
All right, guys, got to go. Thank you both very, very much.